I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. What have I gotten myself into calling this channel Resolute? Tailgate. I am determined. It's bugging me. I think about it all the time. So, just a second ago, when I turned you off, it was like 2 days ago to me, I've got this thing jammed up, stuck. It's closed, so, you know, it's bonus, I guess. Could drive it. Never could use it. Throwing drywall over the edge. Not ideal. But I came out late one night in the dark with a flashlight and like, wait a minute. Is the latch just broken? And you saw me messing with it last time. It is. I got up underneath here and there's a rod. Can't touch it because it's way up in there. Goes this way that is not unlatching that. And now I've got it all beat up where if I pull that off, this one pops. Anyway, it's messed up. So I'm gonna take the latch off, try to fix this thing. So the current plan is to take out the latch. And on the new ones, there's like a big panel. You can just take the panel off, mess with all you want, but not this old style. It's just up in there. So I gotta get it out. I'm gonna take these, all I got is these bolts. All right, here goes. Watch me break it. You know what? Old bolts. Hang on. Let me not do this. Okay, here we go again. Take two. Oh my gosh, they just came off. Oh well. They're safe than sorry. I mean, they're loose. I could have done this with my fingers. My favorite tool, by the way. I know I'm cheap. It's a Bauer, but you know what? Works just fine for me. You'll tell all your friends to watch the channel, and maybe I can afford better stuff. Okay. Okay, you can't see that because it's shady. Maybe you can. I need a stool. I got bad knees. How, pray tell, does this come apart? Oh, I feel the rod though. Oh, look. Here it is. Oh, and that's the reason. Right there. Rod's busted. I hope that what I bought works. Okay. Unlatch. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Stuck. Vice grip engaged. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Are you loose? Oh, that's loose. One side. Can I get to the other side? Do I have to put it all back together? What's going on down here? Nope. I think they welded it on. What in tarnation is going on? They welded this side on. Let's put a bolt back in. How about that? That seems like a decent idea, except now I can't. Stuff's in the way. Okay. Now, should just work. Why can't I open it? Oh, it's stuck. Oh, it's stuck. There we go. Come on now. Let go. Let go. What other random tool am I going to try? It's not going to work. Hey! I win! It opens, but it's still broken. All right, got it open. Now I think what I got to do is take off the ends and pull that rod out, take off that end and somehow pull it off, but it's welded in there. Probably break it off, I don't know. Let's start with the easy side. I just jinxed it. These are painted. Like, is that the color it's supposed to be? Like, kind of pretty. Hey, yeah, new track, exactly. I'm not gonna get that one. Oh yeah, they're spotless. Come on, yep. Check, check, check. Is this whole thing gonna fall off? Piece number one. All right, this one's connected. I can't get it out. So I gotta figure out. Oh, did you hear all those bolts? All the nuts falling down inside of the thing. I'm never gonna get them back on again. So I gotta figure out. Oh, did you hear all those bolts? All the nuts falling down inside of the thing. I'm never gonna get them back on again. Oh, you gotta see this. There's success. First, not supposed to be bent. That's easy. But that piece there, not supposed to be welded on. But I think that's going to be easy to disconnect. Welcome to the garage part of Resolute Garage. We need to first disconnect this guy. Sorry for the noise. Switch this around so I'm not burning up the house. This thing's never going to work again. Oh, I think I see movement. Yep, definitely see movement. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Let go. Let go. Pinch my fingers. Yep, here it comes. Ugh, come on. Yep, there. It's supposed to spin like that. I did it. I got excited. I didn't show you me doing it. You ever seen anybody drill a hole in some metal before and clean up stuff? Well, here, put it on the internet and send everybody to my channel so they can learn how to do that. You missed it, sorry. Okie dokie. Now, let's see. Let's try to make this thing work. So I'm hoping that this potpourri of clips that I bought, because I couldn't find just the one I wanted, is going to work. So these things fit in the hole, and then the rods, this goes in the hole, and then the rod goes through there and then clips on, and so it can still free move, but it's stuck. I have verified that the noise that I heard when I was taking off those latches were bolts dropping down inside of the tailgate. Oh, did you hear all those bolts? What? I'm hoping that I can fish my magnet in there and get them. Wish me luck. The thing is, if I can get them, how do I get them back in there? I'm like, they're on the back side of spots where I can't put my fingers. Oh no. Oh no. The cavity where all of this goes is a whole nother cavity than this. And the bolts are over there. So here's the holes. And you see these squares? There's usually a bolt stuck in those squares. They're weird little bolts. They're square, but they have a nut. They're square, but they stick in there. But look down in there. Can you see it? That's one big open space. Down there somewhere is where the latch goes, but you see this part over here? I can't get over there. Can't do it. I need to get way down there to find those bolts. Noodle time. While I'm out here, I thought, hey, you know what? The whole point was to get this thing to close. So I wonder if it closes. What are my chances? I've beat on it, I've stretched it, I've bent it. It's got to at least be better. I'm not liking it. You can't see this corner, but that corner's in. Is it any better? You know, when I started the whole tailgate thing, like, oh, you know, it's bent. I just need to unbend it and it'll be fine. Is that how this whole entire truck's gonna go? Is one 15-minute little job is gonna turn into a week now that I've been noodling and thinking and trying to figure out how to get where it's supposed to go. And let's see how many attempts. I tried to squash it. I tried to bend it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and it's something. I mean, it's flatter. It's flatter. I mean, come on, Steve. It's not any better. It's not any better. It still goes, but now I've put a big dent here and a big dent there. But you know what? I'm gonna fix the latch, by golly. Positivity. That's not one of my strengths. It is one of my strengths. It's one of my middle strengths, not my top 5.
The next day.
Okay, so update on the bolts that are officially lost in the tailgate. I got the tailgate off and I shook it a ton, and there are actually holes in the bottom that theoretically you could get a bolt down through, or a nut. I don't want to keep saying the wrong thing. The nuts are lost, but no can do. I shook and shook, and that thing's heavy, so like I'm kind of over it. So let's go in the laboratory and I'll show you what I'm gonna try to do. Okay, welcome to the laboratory, or my workbench, whatever you want to call it. So here's my thought. I showed you the picture of those square holes that these bolts are supposed to go in, right? Well, on one side they're perfect, like the bolts just happen to fall out. They look just like the factory made them. But the other side is all beat up. Actually, the side that has been doing all the holding, because the other one, this thing was disconnected. So I got to go mess with that and fix that a little bit. But I decided that I'm not going to attempt to use those squares, those square holes, because they're brittle anyway. And anyway, I'm going to attempt this. I'm going to make my own bolt catchers. That's what I'm calling them. They're not nuts, but they're not nuts. That makes 0 sense, Steve. Let's see. Let's see if I can try to make it make sense. Okay. So I need to recreate. I want to reuse the bolts because they're perfect. I'm going to clean them up, wire wheel them. But what I'm going to do is I got these big washers, which are way bigger than the size of the squares that are there already. Okay. But the hole is perfect for the bolt. For the bolt. What I'm going to do is I'm going to JB weld. Yep, you heard me. I'm going to JB weld bolts to the center of these washers. And then I'm going to somehow connect this bolt catcher on the inside of the tailgate wall for when I put this thing back on it, it'll just grab and squeeze. Seems pretty easy. Except I already know a complication. Back to the tailgate. So the complication comes in that this thing's round, and what was there was square, and it was, it's right up against the edge. So here, come look. So here's my work area. This side's not, I mean, it's better, but it's not perfect either. So you can see I got a crack working here. I need to push these back in and make them flat. Anyway, so it's not perfect. Like I need that washer to be more that way. And this one's just good luck, Steve. You know, there's a little more room on the inside, but not a lot. So I believe that what I'm going to do is I'm going to shave off a flat side of this somewhere. And it's going to be actually pretty good for multiple reasons. It's big enough for the hole, and so it's definitely not going to pull through. Plus, when I shave off a side, it's going to keep this thing from spinning because it's going to hit something along the way and keep it nice and flat. So, bonus. The JB Weld's not going to hold great, but at least the washer's not going to spin. I'll probably speed this up so you don't have to listen to the whining. Ready, set. Here's the plan. If there's a plan. This is as close to a plan as I'm getting. Washer, weld, nut. It says 6 minutes. But what is cure time? Cures in 4 to 6 hours. So, okay. Maybe tomorrow. Okay. Well, What are the chances? Can't put all that together. Let's go bend a tailgate flat again. We are back to the problem that started this whole thing. I would have figured out, I'd have noticed that it was broken at some point. That is the problem. Not supposed to do that. The bottom is straight. The top is not. So how? Maybe I need to bend that in. So they're both bent in. That's not the right answer. I mean, this thing is beat to death. This old truck did some work. And I want to keep doing that. But how? I want to be able to close the gate. This thing is so far up. If I hold this end down, that end is sitting. I mean, that just needs to come up. I mean, that's all there is to it. How do I do it? How do I do it? Do I just jump on it? Oh my gosh, look, I found a, they are coming out. How'd that happen? Where'd it come from? Well, you got 2 out of 6, that's not helpful. It's just, it's stubborn, too high. So I'm gonna put where I think it needs to go down. Basically like that. And I'm gonna run over it with my Jeep. I saw an old dude on FordTrucks.com or whatever the one it was, and it so he said, "Oh, I just always just run over it with my truck." How am I looking? I can't hear you. I gotta check. Oh man, I'm good at that. Yep, I'm not hitting over there. I'm only hitting right here. What is gonna happen? I feel like you need to be closer. Do I just go for it? I'm just pushing it. Oh, I'm on it, I think. Take 2. Just pushing it. Take 27 3/4, but this time, instead of pushing it, which is probably still will, I'm gonna get to the right height by getting on that block. And then once I get onto the tailgate, I won't be like pushing it, I'll just be falling onto it. What are the chances? Let's see. Am I in the 30s yet? Oh, I'm on it. I'm definitely on it. What's it look like? What's it look like? Did it bend or not? Do I need more weight? Because I'm a lot on that brick. I hate to bend this trim right here. This stuff here is called rust cutter. It's supposed to just stop rust and make it paintable. I probably will never paint it, but it takes some time for it to completely dry. That'll be tomorrow's event as well. Let's put this thing back up. How about that? Because why not? And then you take this and you slide it in there. And then you go up. Get this out of the way. Go up high and get it down in where you need to go. So simple. Get the bottom on. You're not going to see it because you're just looking at my back, but you know, just trust me, it's going to be on there. Done. That stuff is sticky. Like really sticky. I'll be back. Tailgate's not done. It's just buckled on there. I do think that it's straighter, maybe half an inch, but maybe close enough where I can make it latch. We'll see. The latch is ready, painted, lubed. I'm waiting on the fasteners to actually be able to put it back in. Hey, Resolute Garage watchers. Guess what we're working on? The tailgate, since that's the video you're watching. Right now is where we try to figure out how to put it all back together. My predicament was I didn't know how to get my fabric-cobbled bolts. Let me grab one. These, they're factory, right? You can tell by the aluminum foil looking sticky duct tape and the zip tie. And if you look close, the JB weld that's in there, it's factory. I got to figure out how to get these on the inside of the tailgate without falling down to join the rest of the bolts that it fell down in there, while still getting the latch to grab onto the hole, the bolts to go through the latch, through the tailgate, into this hole behind the washer where this nut is, to squeeze it all together and hold it forever. To never come off again, because I'm never taking this off again. I've got 4 of them stuck in there with tape, and they're gonna be great. And that's what gave me the clue to do the drastic things I'm about to do to get these last 2 in there so it will actually hold together. Come on with me as I destroy the tailgate on a 1977, very pristine, no rust on it, F-250. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. That's what I'm telling myself. Not that you need to see my pretty face, but I am talking, so might as well see it. Here's the recap. If you've not been paying attention, see these holes? There's a bolt in that one already, and a bolt in this one, generally kind of where I think it's got to go. It's broken off. The latch goes in here where this rod goes into the thing and does pulley thing and letting go and does things in there. There's a big, if I were not old and fat, I would get up and get it. It's over there. There's a big thing goes here. It's got 3 bolts. See this one here? You see that? This one here? It needs to have one of these as well. It needs to have it just like that, but on the inside. So I snake this in and pull it out that hole and get it right where it needs to go on the inside, but it just won't hold for me to get rid of the zip tie and then put a bolt in it. So you can see I've already tested to see if I even fit. What needs to happen And I'm sorry for you Ford guys that are gonna cry when I do this, but I'm gonna saw a hole right here. So I get my big old fat finger in there, put tape and stuff on this, and then hold it and make sure it's taped, just like I did right here. I need to do this, but over there. Wish me luck. Here we go. That worked. Ow. I got hot metal shavings all over my legs. Ow. Where did oh, it's probably in there. The little disc. Oh, dadgummit. Hot. Note to self, don't do that over there. Well, this might actually work. Is you take your little fabric-cobbled anchor nut thing, bolt catcher, that's what I've been saying. And you put some of this super sticky aluminum tape that's made for ductwork. You put it on this side, nice and flat. So this has turned into a how-to for people that are like me and lost their nuts in tailgates. Okay, sticky tape. That tape's really sticky and it sticks to metal really well. I think that's actually what it's for. Okay, now you want to make sure you punch a hole in the back so that you don't have any resistance when you put that bolt in, because it's not going to be holding on by much, but it's enough. It's going to be enough. Have faith. Okay, then you put your zip tie in the back side and you put a nice little crimp in it, because you got to go around a corner right here. You got to go and then come back. Might actually need two. Makes sense. Okay, magic happening. You ready? All right, the trick is kind of fold back some so that it slides through that hole pretty good. It doesn't get stuff all over it, but yet does not fold on itself. Here we go. Hope you can see this. So I'm more focused on making it work than I am whether you can see it. Yep. Come back through the hole, please. Oh, yep. Okay, now, don't stick. Don't stick. Go in. Oh my gosh. That's kind of where it's got to go. Right there. Give a little help there. Actually get in where I've not been able to push on the tape yet. Here's the nervous part. You take the zip tie out. Magic. And then you get your bolt that you've laid down somewhere. Found it. Right where I left it. I knew where it was. It was right where I left it. Now, see, when I get all the latch up here, I'm just going to gently get it started, and it's going to be right where it needs to be. You don't even understand. Yep. And bonus, I can get the latch there and actually hold this one with my finger. Let's put the latch in. What do you think? All right, here's the latch. What it looks like. It's all rust stopped, painted, lubed up. That's what the white stuff is. Is some good silicone lube that doesn't get dirty. This goes right there. And there's a rod that goes here to the latch. Now I've actually thought this one ahead quite a bit. And I think that this one's golden. So I've been thinking, how do I get the latch in there, hold it, connect it to the actual handle. Same thing with the other one without losing it all down there, without having to fish my hand down there. So what I've done is, I just did it off camera because I forgot. I got some string. I don't know if you can see that yellow string. That's attached to the rod that I fished in through the latch. It's in here somewhere, but I got a magnet. Got it, I think. Nope. Oh, come on, I can see you. The problem is the whole entire thing is steel, so it grabs everything. So here's the rod. I may be getting a tad excited. As long as I keep the string on there, I can do whatever I want to here and then pull the string up, put the handle in, attach it to the handle, attach the handle back to the tailgate, and Bob's your uncle. Or pick an uncle. I don't care who your uncle is. So this does a little puzzle dance like that, I think. So here's the latch. This little yellow thing, that's what started this whole debacle. Like 2 weeks later. No. The latch works like this. Watch this. I'm going to pull up on the handle like I'm opening the tailgate. Starts like that. It's pulling hard, and then you pull on it, and it pulls the rod back. It pulls them both opposite of where they're going. So this is the rod that's going to go over to that side. And then down here, you got to put another one of these dudes. Sorted. I don't care if you care. It's going to go like this. Open. Come on, Steve. Figure out how to do this. Oh, here we go. Open sesame. Pull back. Open sesame. Pull back. Open sesame. The latches have big springs, so it's always going to have tension on it. And these little holes, these things go in here and hold that really good and then clip down into the clip. That's what makes them stay and move. Which means this faces that way. Which means this has to go like that. Do you feel me? Are you following? It's going to go in like that. Let's do it. Bolt number 1. Will you stay? All right, okay. Very careful. Bolt number 2 coming out. Yep. Here's bolt. It's a shorty. Bolt number 3. Have to admit, I'm a little, okay. Go back in without disconnecting. A little help from a string here. How about that? Pull string. Yep. My own cheerleader. Oh my gosh, okay. That's what it looks like. And the bolt holes aren't even remotely lined up. One kind of sort of is. This one. Are you gonna grab? Please. Oh my gosh, I think it's working. There's my neighbor. Oh my gosh. That worked. That pulled. Okay, let's get this one, shorty bolt. This one I can press on now that I have a handy little access hole. Oh my gosh. Yep, that one started. Now, is it moving? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Do I even still have the bolt? The ratchet, the way to finish this thing. Oh my gosh, They are all holding. Gently. I mean, it's got the bolt, so the bolt is going to pull it all together. As long as the bolt doesn't spin. Which at this point, man, if it's holding 80%, I'm happy. Oh my gosh, it's tightening up and everything. What in the world? I did something. That's my wife. She's gonna be so proud of me. She's not impressed. It worked. Same verse, different sides. It's not a saying. Definitely not a saying. All right, let's finish this thing. You missed it. They're in. They're in. I just got to type. You don't know how excited I am. Tight, tight, tight. Okay, Rod. Oh no. I didn't put the rod on. I got distracted by my neighbor. This rod from that side, it's not connected. And there's no way I can do. Darn it, thing's coming off. It is coming off. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Everything's fine. How about you not watch me do this one? Because that's going to be real boring. It's fine. I didn't lose any bolts. They're all still there. Should be a rod in here somewhere. Yep. There it is. Now, to show you why I couldn't do it, that has to you have to go, that way it's locked, never coming off. You see that? Let me do it again. It's like magic. It's one of those little nail puzzles, you know, you go and then turn your head and hold your lips a certain way. So it goes like this, but it won't, you can't just turn it. So you have to go in like this and then turn it like that. So there's no way it's coming off. Rinse and repeat. Let me get them all started because I know you're sitting on the edge of your seats. Oh yeah. I would like to thank my family and all of those that have stood behind me and looked at my predicament and said, I have no idea how you're going to fix that. The hole was my idea, I do admit, but I was not sold until Danny, when you reiterated that that's a good idea and to find me some grommets to just stick in there and make it look professional, thank you. You helped me. Here we are at the handle section of the tailgate. It goes right here. It connects to the two yellow clips by this rod that goes that way and this rod that goes that way. When you turn the handle, they go like this and release the clips on the side and the whole thing works like magic. It's called mechanics. Did you see a computer in there anywhere? No. That's why I'm enjoying myself immensely. Let's figure this out. So this sits like this. And when you pull the handle up, it does magic that way. But never too far. just enough, which means it's got to start like this. So this latch that you can't see that I'm touching with my finger with this string on it has got to go in here and then snap down. Okay, show of hands. Who was out there screaming, "Steve, get a needle nose pliers. Squeeze that together"? My brain was, because that's how easy it was with the right tools. Retrieve the rod, wherever it ended up. There it is. Push the clip up, somehow, to line up with the hole. Huh. You know, it is back together. I don't know why I did that. Is it permanent now? By golly, both sides touch. I was gonna pull it down, do a big dramatic slam thing. And you know what? This latch is not straight. And I looked at it when I had it apart and I knew it wasn't straight. Okay, that rod is still attached. I think. Is it? Hard to say. This one that goes over here, definitely still attached. This one that goes this way, can't see for nothing because it is way up there. It's way up here. All right, here's how you tell. You ready? It does not go down all the way, but it is better than it was. And can it close? High five. Can you tell how much my chest is pumped out? Look at this. Oh my gosh, and it opens like a dream. You don't have to. How does it close? Gently. So, this how-to video about fixing your tailgate, it's in 2 easy steps. Unbend it by one of 25 different ways, which I tried. Break the latch so that you can't ever open it if you do close it. And then rebuild the latch from scratch. Throw away any extra nuts that you may find because those are not helpful anymore. Make your own. Stick them to the inside of your tailgate with tape and zip ties and gently put it all back together 2 or 3 different times just to make sure you understand how everything works. But by golly, when you're done, your tailgate, your 46 right this second year old tailgate will work just like factory. One hand closing. Both sides. Both sides. I think I just finished my very first revival video. Who would have thought that the tailgate would have been a week long, 2 week long, however long it's taken me. Very frustrating experience. But maybe that's why I'm doing it, because the more frustrating it is, the more excited I am when I fix it. I'm done.